So, welcome to DC Silver Age story time, and we're going to be talking about part two from Superman 123, August 1958, which is the Lost, Chapter 2, The Lost Powers. This is one of the most ridiculous of all stories. Maybe someday I should rate them on ridiculous in this scale. This would be high up there. So, in the Chapter 2, they came across or Jimmy Olsen was given a magical Native American totem, and it has three wishes. He used the first wish to create a Supergirl, but unfortunately, she got kryptonite poison and died, and so he sent her back. And so it still has two wishes, and this is so silly. So Daily Planet headline: How Jimmy Olsen conjured up Supergirl with magic totem. And he says, "My first wish didn't turn out good for Superman. I've got to think up a better second wish tomorrow." So he has this incredibly powerful totem, and criminals break in and steal it. Okay, it seems kind of dumb to put that in a headline. So he says, "I wish for Superman to lose all his superpowers. So now we'll bury the magic totem. Without his X-ray vision, Superman can't find it, so he can't rub the magic jewel and cancel the wish." So they do consider maybe it won't work if it works with good wishes, but they decide they'll tell tomorrow. So Clark Kent gets out of bed, steps on a pin, and is like, "Ow, I shouldn't feel pain." He gets in. I guess he always takes a super, super hot shower, and it's too hot for him. And he discovers he doesn't have super strength. That again, this is where it gets so stupid, but I love it. Now he decides, well, let me see if I can fly. But instead, he can't fly, so he hits the wall. Now, what would have happened if he had just jumped out the window? Like, if you discover you've lost invulnerability and super strength, maybe you lost the super flight. Maybe it's not a good idea to test it out by apparently attempting to jump out the window. So he doesn't have X-ray vision. He's got nothing. So he says, I can't search for the magic totem without use of my super speed and X-ray vision. Those powers are gone. But he decides that he wants to give the impression that he's still... Crooks mustn't find out that the truth, Jimmy. So he's got a scheduled public appearance, and this is like what Superman used to do. He has a public appearance for them to shoot bullets at him. Like, "I promised to be their human target before bullets would only bounce off me, but today I'm not invulnerable." Okay, well, I guess if that's what people do for fun in the 1958. So Jimmy comes in with a bulletproof vest, and the criminals here who are posing as photographers catch him, and they take away. And when he's going to get shot, they even have him remove his shirt. They fire bullets at him, but none of the bullets seem to harm him. But the bulletproof vest was only a ruse, and he actually had a super powerful electromagnetic magnet that deflected the bullets. So they're like, "Gosh, if Superman isn't invulnerable, how did he trick us?" "Never mind, we'll pin him down in the parade where he's supposed to fly. Let him fake that if he can." Well, he can. So there's Superman flying along with his, I don't know, some kind of flag. And they try and snip the wires, but there are no wires there. How is he flying? Jimmy is holding down the other end of this transparent glass pole. The crooks couldn't see I'm strapped to the pole by a harness, as if I'm... Okay. It looks like Superman maybe could fly, I don't know, 10 feet, given that Jimmy is holding this glass rod from a window, and that's it. Like, he couldn't actually fly with that setup. And also, how is Jimmy Olsen even holding him up? I'm not sure how he has the strength to even do that. So over and over again, they're able to trick. They trick with the X-ray vision, which we would call heat vision, with his super breath, with his super brain. Apparently, even his super brain is gone. Um, and then they say at the hideout later, the disgusted criminals were convinced wrongly that their anti-Superman wish had failed. Bah! The magic totem flopped. Superman didn't lose his superpowers. Now wait a second. Didn't they bury it? Why do they have it again? Nah, but he will when he meets this kryptonite. Lucky we picked up the chunk Supergirl dropped before she could get rid of it. So that was in the previous chapter. And he says, I jumped from from a tree branch outside pretending to fly in. So he just leaps in. Where is the magic totem? So they decide to use the kryptonite on him. Doesn't work because he has no powers, but he also doesn't have the vulnerability to kryptonite. Kryptonite, nice specimen. Balls of fire. Look, he touched it without collapsing. Somehow became immune to kryptonite. So now they believe he's completely invincible, and they just give up. And because I guess these either this is a big plot hole, or these dum-dums actually went out and dug up the totem, which it would have been over for Superman if they would have just kept it in the ground. But they dug it up, and so Jimmy Olsen cancels the wish, and Superman has his powers again. It says, with 2 of the magic totem's wishes already wasted, how can Jimmy Olsen make a 3rd and final wish that will benefit Superman? For the exciting answer, begin part 3. So this is, I love these stories, but man, this one is a silly one. But anyway, that's chapter 2. Chapter 2, The Lost Superpowers.